Hello, hello. This is the second take of digital diary video. Wait, am I recording in 68? No, I'm not recording. 8000 kbp. Yes! So, I've never done this before. A second take of a digital diary video. Normally I just make them, speak from the heart, and upload it. I'll tell you the real reason why this is my second take. Digital diary videos are videos where I just talk to the camera. Alright, we all know this. And it's because I have this thing where I get really paranoid. My parents are standing outside the room and listening to me talk and thinking I'm fucking insane. My parents don't have a clue that I do this kind of stuff. They don't understand YouTube. The Gen X's, like, they don't really understand it. And to save myself from getting caught or them possibly standing next to my door, which is right there, then thinking, what are you doing? And catching me. And thinking I'm the weirdest kid on earth, I'd just rather just keep going outside and checking. And I went out and checked like every time because my dad was coming out. Elevator. Yes, I've got an elevator in my house, 3-story house, no backyard, no front yard. Moved here in 2021 when I was 14. So yeah. Anyway, let's not ramble on already. I want to talk about friends and why it's important in this video. I don't really normally have a main topic and say I want to talk about this in this video. I just talk about what's on my mind and stuff, but maybe I should kind of keep a bit more topics. Ever since I've been seeing a lot of videos of people just playing Minecraft and just talking and getting views, I kind of want to take this a little bit more professional, a little bit more seriously, but at the same time, I don't want to copy them because that's what they're doing. That's why they're getting views, and that's why they're doing that, because they're not doing it for their personal benefit. They're just seeing a style of video of someone talking over Minecraft, and it's got this kind of nice aesthetic that comforts people, and they just sit and listen to it. I've already shown you guys in the previous video, but it's just like it's kind of annoyed me because it's like, I don't know, it's just like I feel like they're not copying me, but it's like they're not, like, I'm doing this for my personal benefit and they're just doing it for, like, I don't know, like, I feel like the fact that they've gotten views makes me feel like they're not doing it because for their own benefit. I do these for my own benefit mentally because I like to document my thoughts, and I don't care about the views at all. And it's funny I say that, but I want to train this a little bit more better so the views might come in. But honestly, fuck the views. I don't care anymore. Just ramble about my life and that's it. I'll give you some context. Context for the context. Before I give you that context for the context, today has been a alright day, except for maybe the past couple of hours. Just a mess. And it's all going to be relevant to why friends are important, and I'm going to get into that in this video. And I'm sure some people can relate to this. So this past couple of hours just received some bad news, a few bad newses, mainly about my cousin's. One's broken his leg, so poor guy. You know, like, it could be worse. I could have it worse, but at least he's got friends. So I don't have any friends at all. It feels hard and weird, and I feel like an absolute loser fucking saying that, just thinking about it. But instead of getting a bit teary and upset, let's talk about it. I'll talk about it. That's what these videos are for, aren't they? And when I do, and the main reason why, it's just all happened at once. Like, I started listening to this music like for the part like half an hour ago that was recommended to me. I didn't search it up. Sad music to listen to. Where was it? That's a nice thumbnail. I like that. Where is it? Christmas music. Christmas music. Music. So this stuff here was recommended to me on my YouTube page here, and I just started listening to it, and it kind of made me a little bit sad. It just did, and I just started thinking about having my thoughts come in about, oh, no friends, blah blah blah. And to add to that, which I'll talk about now, was, so one of my cousins broke his leg. You know, poor guy. I could have it worse. I could be in his position. And my other cousin just told me that our Bali trip is cancelled. Now, for context, the context is what the fuck did I just say? I'm so sorry, guys. Today I worked 12 hours basically, from 7 to 3 and then 4 to 7. So yeah, work 7 to 3 with my dad working in construction, building our warehouses like usual, and then 4 to 7 working as a swim teacher. GSI. So, context for context, basically we had a Bali trip organized. You know, there's people that like, I love my cousin. She's amazing. She's not the one that broke her leg, don't worry. She is an amazing person. She's basically very close to all I have. And I came out to her not long ago about my sexuality and stuff, and she's an amazing person. But there's a couple of things. You know, you meet that type of person. There's some things that she does that are just a little bit like I'm just not too pleased about. And one of them is she's the type of person who really hypes something up, but she does it because she's a positive person. But then when it comes to it actually happening, it doesn't happen to the extent, or it doesn't necessarily happen like she said it would. And there's lots of people that are like that. A lot of people are like that, and a lot of people don't like people that are like that. Where someone hypes something up, yes, let's do it, let's go for it, let's go, it's gonna happen 100%, let's book it tonight, call's gonna happen tonight, and they say it really excitedly, and it doesn't happen, you know. And so I think, yeah, it's just a bit frustrating because we were supposed to go to Bali, and it was like a hyped up talk about for a long time, and she's obviously older than me, so she knows what she's doing. You know, I was gonna go to Bali with her and stuff, and then now I just found out that it has been cancelled. Now you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck does this got to do with friends? Well, I'm gonna get to that. Now I think so I'm obviously really disappointed about that, and then all of a sudden this sad Christmas music got recommended to me because as if I wasn't sad enough. And so I had these thoughts about like how I just started having thoughts about how having friends is important and how you shouldn't always be relying on one person and stuff like that. And I believe that with my situation specifically, I want to talk about my situation, is I generally have like no friends at all. Like I don't have people from work I can hang out with. I'm building on it. I'm building on it. Yeah, I'm trying to build on making friends at work and stuff. But it's not easy. Let me tell you now, it's not easy. Throughout my whole school life, I've never really had stable friendships, and I have ASD, so you guys are probably thinking, oh, that's why he's got no friends, he's got autism. I'm high functioning. Doesn't make me any different, honestly. Still on the spectrum, mate. And I believe that, yes, I have that, and with someone with autism, it's pretty difficult because we struggle to maintain relationships with people, and I think it's because we just we want to shut them out quickly to protect ourselves, and I think I think a lot of people do that, but mainly people with autism also have that. I know Jacksepticeye talked about it, and he said it exactly like how people with autism struggle to keep relationships, and I think that's why. He also didn't have that many friends either, and I think it's really important to mention that as well. And I think going for the context of why I'm talking about this again for the Bali trip is because if it wasn't for my cousins, I'd be going alone, and I think it is so bad when you think about it. I'm going I need to go with my cousins, otherwise I'll have no one to go with, and it's really sad. Yeah, as I was saying, it's really sad. Just making sure my parents aren't listening to me. It's really sad that I I have to go with my cousins. Otherwise I've got no one else to go with. Like, I've never had any real friends from school, and I've always never liked anyone from school truly, because no one really treated me like a proper friend and stuff like that, and I was always picked on as well. Those are stories for another days. And it's like when I think about it, and sometimes like when I had this sad music coming on, this sad Christmas music that I was showing you guys before, it's very it just kind of makes me think negatively of it. It's like, nah, to talk about it. It's like, yeah, I know friends, but I'm moving forward, man. I can't keep dwelling on it. But then there are times where I just fucking cry about it. Like tonight, I'm probably gonna cry. Who knows? I haven't cried for a long time. I got a little bit teary just before making this. Just thinking about like the whole situation I'm in and stuff like that. Struggling to make friends, and I believe that it's, and a lot, like, yeah, I believe it's obviously got to do with my autism, but it's also it's just a struggle to make friends at work. It's a struggle to make friends just anywhere for that matter, because I feel like there's always the small talk. I'm good at small talk with people, but opening up to people is a bit tricky for me. I do start to struggle with that, and I think like getting that through that small talk is good, but it's breaking through that barrier of, okay, this could be a good connection or even a really good friendship with someone. And there's a lot of factors as to why that never happens or that can't happen. One, which is, I'd say maybe the most common, is like when I'm at work. I'll keep giving you examples of me. When I'm at work with someone, I am always too afraid to speak up and ask them, hey, would you like to go out for lunch one weekend? Would you like to go for a drive with me on the Great Ocean Road, for example? And yes, I'm just making sure my keyboard's turned off because I want to waste the battery. And I think breaking through that ice, breaking through that first little barrier of asking someone to hang out is probably the big step of building a better friendship. And there's multiple reasons as to why that never happens, is because I think, one, because the person is too afraid to ask, and the other person is also probably in the same boat. They want to ask too, maybe too afraid to ask. Number two, either one of the persons that wants to ask, or one person wants to ask the other person but they don't. It's because they know, or they assume, or maybe they don't ask at all. And this is a factor anyway, but they don't think it. The person wanting to ask is that the other person has already got plenty of friends. They don't need friends, and they just want to keep more of a professional relationship with you. And other reasons as well is just because people just generally aren't interested in making any more friends, because they've got their little circle and that's it. They don't want any more. And also because, again, just professional. I want to keep things professional. They are happy to make friends with people, but just not people from work. So I want to keep professional. And I think making friends from work is really, really difficult for those reasons. And I think it's like really difficult. Like, it's just difficult. And like at retail, I've worked hospitality. So far, I haven't hung out with anyone outside of work that I've met anyone at work. No, I haven't. Trying to think if there's a time I have. I don't think there is. No. So I haven't yet gone to that step yet. And I'm what, 18, 19, 2 years out of school. No, 1 year and a half out of school. It's May now, so it's a year and a half. 1 year out of school. So for those of you saying make friends at work, I'm trying to build on it. I'm trying. And then when it comes to, so there's work, and I have asked before, like, would you like to get dinner to someone when I first ever worked my hospitality job. And look, I liked him, we got along, I reckon it was funny, but I think even he was like, he had his mates from uni and school, I don't think he was really keen. Like, we got along, and I could tell he was happy to do it, but he just never really asked me, and he didn't seem very interested, or he seemed like he was like, he's got his friends, and he wasn't like he didn't really care about like trying to hang out with me or anything. Like, he liked me, but like I could tell like he just wanted to keep me at work, I think. And so and I think he was probably the closest I was to meeting someone outside of work, making my first friendship. And if he was watching this right now, he'd be thinking, nigga, what the fuck is this fucking kid doing? Why the fuck would I want to be fucking friends with him? And by the way, me saying the N-word is probably another reason why I got no friends. I hope this video doesn't get views now that I've said that. And so, yeah. When I say the N-word, by the way, I don't mean that to be racist. Like, anything I say, you can say anything to me, I won't get offended, and vice versa. Don't get offended by anything I say. I swear to God, I am, like, the most non-racist person you will meet. And that, when I'm the most non-racist person you will meet, saying something to someone racist, like, and meaning it. When it comes to jokes, though, I'll make racist jokes all the time. Off topic already, look at me go. And then, so friends at work is tricky. And then, like, obviously, like I said, friends at school, I never got along with anyone at school. Part of my autism was hard to maintain relationships with people and stuff like that. Through school, and obviously, like, school ended, and then the last 2 years of school, when I moved from year 10, I could have had some friends maybe in year 10, but year 10 was the worst fucking year in school for me. And then year 11 and 12 rolled around, went to a new school. All the most friend groups were solidified, and no one really wanted to meet anyone new, I think. And yeah, like, everyone sticks with childhood best friends, especially in Australia. I've noticed a lot of people stay with their childhood best friend because they know them the most and the most comfortable around him. And a lot of people aren't really keen on meeting new people. And so, yeah, through school, I never really got close to anyone at all, especially the last 2 years. I was by myself. I sat at the train station by myself all the fucking time. Always by myself, all the time. Every single time I'd sit next to the corner store by myself. Every single time. I would not hang out with anyone or go in the library. I swear to God on it. I'm not even exaggerating. I was never, ever with a friend at lunch and recess when I was at school for the last 2 years. I was always by myself. I swear to God on it. I cannot exaggerate it. I was always by myself. I was not with a single person. There was not a day I was with a fucking person. I cannot exaggerate that, and I'm not bullshitting you now. And yes, and as sad as that sounds, it's just like, it's crazy. Like, when I think about it, it's just like, damn, I really am the biggest fucking loner. No kid in the world would ever do that. Like, I don't think, like, there aren't many kids in the world that would do that. And I'd make sure to hide as well, don't worry. And so that's school. And then I think in terms of hanging out with your cousins, and why you're hanging out with your cousins isn't good, is because you just need more connections with people. You can't just keep hanging out with your cousins all the time. And this Bali trip has kind of proved that. Like, I'm here relying on my cousins all the time to hang out with them, and like really getting extra excited over some trip to Bali into holidays. And I have the travel bug too. I want to travel, but I've got to do it all by myself because I've got no one to do it with. And this is why I can't rely on my cousins, because like you can't rely on people like that, especially when it's your family. Because holidaying with them, things can go wrong and they have to cancel last minute. And when you know what happened, cancel last minute. She's cancelled. She hasn't 100% done it, but most likely she won't go because she's just mentally drained from work, and some of her friends, she's having conflict with one of her friends, and then that's all it is, really. And as much as I feel sorry for her, I'm just honestly pretty pissed off about it. You know, it's like, I've been looking forward to this trip. I don't hang out with people at all. I'm by myself every Friday, Saturday night, except when I'm with my cousins. When I'm with my cousins, I am so gracious for their time, and I'm just so grateful to be with them. They don't understand like how grateful I am to be there. They've all got their friends behind the scenes. They've all got their friends that they can go to, and they always hang out with their friends like a couple times a week. And here I am just waiting for them to say something to me to hang out next, you know. And I've said multiple times, hey, Saturday, do you want to do something, guys? And then turns out they're busy with their friends. It's like, that's alright. I'll just focus on my videos, and most of the time it's alright. I'm happy, but times like these, some nights like this, where I just think about it all the time, and I just gotta get emotional about it and cry about it. So instead of doing that, I'm trying to do this video so I talk instead of getting too emotional. And so obviously hanging out with your cousins is bad, and I think there's so much more to talk about in those ways. Like your cousins, you can only have so much of a connection with them, but you just need friends. You can't go through life without having friends. You need fucking friends. You need to find people with similar interests. You need friends. You can't always be around with people that are the same family, that parents know each other. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You need friends. If I ever see someone talk about how friends are distractions, you don't need friends, friends aren't important, I swear to God, I genuinely will slap them in the face. Friends are so important, and I just like as I've progressing through life as an adult with still no friends, I've realized how fucking important it is, because I'm living my best years, 18 and 19. I'm fucking 19 years old. I'm supposed to be having the best time of my life. That's what all the parents are saying, all the Gen Xers are saying, all the old folk are saying. You're 18, good age to be. I bet you're living your life and be having so much fun with your friends, go out, party. And it's just like, with who? With who? And yeah, and traveling as well, like just traveling in general, going off the Bali trip traveling, I have to go by myself, got no one to go with. And I know you can meet people through traveling, and I'm happy to do that. Hostels, I want to do hostels and maybe meet someone, meet a few friends and stuff like that. And I know traveling, yes, you can meet friends, but it's a very dangerous thing to do, so traveling without friends is also something like I don't necessarily want to do, because look, I'm by myself enough, and I just want to do something fun with people, make some memories with someone, but unfortunately I haven't really got anyone for now. And then other effects that has having no friends is, and this is a big one for me, is how it keeps your relationship with family. Now you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck, like why the fuck would that, how does that affect your family and you and your family? Or doesn't that make you like more attached to your family, or more reliable to your family, or love your family more because they're the only ones that appreciate you? Yes, that is partly true. I won't go on too much longer, but with my case, it is different. When I'm with my family all the time, I'm agitated with their presence. And I think a lot of people can relate to this, is that when you're by yourself all the time and when you have no friends, right, your parents are always there trying to baby you, trying to help you, and they understand maybe that you have no friends and they're trying to help you, but like just their presence alone annoys you because you haven't been around anyone else all day, and then they just keep coming in your room. Like my mum keeps coming in my room all the time when I'm on my computer by myself, and I'm always like annoyed by her presence and stuff. She tries to talk to me and I talk to her really badly and things like that, and it's so bad when I think about it, but it's just like in the moment it's just like, I want friends, fuck off, I don't want you anymore, mum. And like just saying that just makes me feel like a fucking piece of shit, which I probably am a piece of shit to her. I know I am a piece of shit to her. And same thing with dad, like I'm 19 years old, for fuck's sake. I shouldn't be hanging out with my dad every weekend still. And some people say there's nothing wrong with that, but you know what? Some people can maybe do it, but those people that say there's nothing wrong with that, do they have friends? Yes, they probably do, and they probably see them every fucking couple times a week. Some people out there can have no friends and hang out with their dad all day, every day. It also depends how your dad treats you. So many things it depends on. My dad doesn't treat me the best all the time. He's not abusive, but he's not the easiest man to talk to either. But then sometimes when he does talk to me, I get agitated anyway, because I'm not with friends. When I go out to the beach with him, and I see a group of teenagers, that kills my whole mood. When I'm out with my dad, it's like, here I am with my dad, like a fucking loser, no friends. And I just see a bunch of teenagers on the beach playing soccer, playing ball, talking shit to each other, having fun with the waves, talking about life, about to go have a campfire in the woods, and here I am sitting with my dad, who's like, I'm just sick of his presence and sick of him. And then the same thing with my mum, like I'm just sick of my mum's presence. I'm scrolling on social media on my phone, I see all these people having good times, making memories with their friends, or doing something fun with other people, and then here is my mum just freaking walking in my room annoying me all the time. Just her presence annoys me, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, and that's why friends is important. And yes, there's a lot more I want to talk about, but I forget it right now, and it's got to come to my head. Friends are important. They are very important. You can't go through life without any connections. It's just the worst thing for your health, and it's the worst thing for your health. You can be the most richest person in the world. You can have the most money in the world. Money can buy happiness, but It can't buy memories, and it's can't win you any friends, proper friends. And you need friends to make the most of your memories and stuff like that. And you know, the people around you, you need people around you to be laughing all the time, having fun, just talking about life and just laughing. That's the best thing. And it's kind of hard to laugh when you're by yourself, let me tell you that. So yeah, no friends. And like, I try and make my YouTube videos to fill the void of loneliness all the time. And like, other people, like, I'm probably gonna get, like, maybe, like, realistically I'd get comments. No, not realistically, what's the right word? In a different world, if this channel was to get lots of views, or this video was to get lots of views, and this was to get comments saying, I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend, that's another issue that comes up. Is people online, they complain about having no friends and stuff like that. And I've done that too, and right now I'm kind of doing it, really, when you think about it. But the thing is that when people say online they've got no friends, and then they see comments saying, I'll be your friend, it's actually immediately, like, difficult for that person that's making the video to say, sure, I'll be your friend. I don't know what the right word is. It's not difficult, but just like, it's kind of hard for us to just say, sure, let's be friends. And then what? Like, you're just a comment at the end of the day. And that doesn't mean, I don't mean that meanly. Like, oh, you're just a comment. You are a whole person, right? You are a whole being. You probably have so much about you, so much interesting things about you. But at the end of the day, for me, on my end, you're just a comment. I can't be your friend through a comment. I can't be your friend through virtual screens. 90% of humans need genuine connection, and we can't get that from a virtual screen. Like, we can laugh on the video games here and there, but we can't hang out with you. I can't hang out with you. I can't be your friend if you comment saying, I'll be your friend. I can't, because it's like, where are you from? America? I'm in Australia. How are we going to be friends, you know? You're probably saying, oh, sure, I'll be online friends, but just think about it. Like, what do you gain from that? I don't gain anything from that. You might, sure. I personally don't. Some people do gain stuff from online friends. I've tried it before, and I just, again, with my autism, that's one thing with autism, because of autistic people as well, because we struggle to keep connections, like I said. And when you have a friend online, it's like you can easily just block them if they say the slightest thing that pisses you off, and something like that. And that's where the whole keeping a connection is struggles with us, because with people with autism that struggle to keep connections a lot, like struggle a lot more to keep connections with people. Like, someone is just a friend online, it's like it's much easier to get rid of them and push them away to protect ourselves, like I was saying before. And yeah, and I heard this quote, and I'm going to end the video off with this quote. Alright, I watched this channel called Diary of a CEO, and it was about how, and the topic of the video was sex, about sex and how sex is important and how people are having less sex. But most of it was just about having real life. Most of the topic was actually just about real life connections, and why real life connections with people are important. And this lady said a quote. The lady of the guest of the show on that podcast for that episode said this quote, and it goes like this. People go on, no, the quote, I'm going to give you some context before the quote. The quote is talking about how real connections are important, and people talking to people online can only do so much. Like I said, it can't benefit you. You don't gain anything from it. Because at the end of the day, it's just a screen. It's just online. Like I said, you're just a comment. I can't really gain anything from it. You can't be here. You can't make memories. You can't laugh with me. I can't make real life memories. And the quote goes like this. Thousands of virtual friends, but no one to feed the cat. Alright, just think about that for a second. Alright. We're all cats that need to be fed. We can have as many virtual friends as we want. But at the end of the day, if there's no one to feed the cat, well, you're screwed. And the cat being us, the people. We need other people around us to, I guess, feed us, but make memories with us, etc. That's it. Yeah, I talked a lot this video. Holy shit. No friends. Okay, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. Good night, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. Friends are important. Please don't think it's good to have no friends. Check up on your friends. If you've got friends, please keep them. Don't let small things get in the way of your good memories. I know it's easy to say for me, and I know in the heat of the moment you want to get rid of them and block them. I know a lot of people want to do that, but please don't, because it's not worth it. And I speak from experience, it's not worth it. Don't do what I do and just completely shut everyone out. Back in school or I mean, it's kind of hard for me because of my autism. So it's kind of like because of my autism, it's like that's why it's happened. I haven't just chosen to do that, but anyway, time for bed. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep your friends. Have a good night. See you.